We only have one life to live. We only have one life to live. We only have one life to live. And we gotta live it. Don't even strive on negative vibes. Cause you won't make it no matter what they say. You should always try to live a positive life anyway. We only have one life to live. And we got to live it. Don't even strive on negative vibes. Cause you won't make it no matter what they say. We should always try to live a positive life anyway. We all know time is running out every day. The people they know that life is not a game that we play. If you're not sure about this test, I want the whole world to confess that we all should try to live our life the best way that we can. So I know we only have one life to live, and we gotta live it. Don't even strive on negative vibes, cause you won't make it no matter what they say. You should always try to live a positive life anyway. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We only have one life to live, and we gotta live it. Don't even strive on negative vibes, cause you won't make it no matter what they say. You should always try to live a positive life anyway. We all know time is running out every day. The people they know that life is not a game that we play. If you're not sure about this test, I want the whole world to confess that we all should try to live our life the best way that we can. So I know we only have one life to live, and we gotta live it. Don't even strive on negative vibes, cause you won't make it no matter what they say. You should always try to live a positive life. Try to live a positive life. Try to live a positive life anyway. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We have to live. We only have one life to live. We have to live it. We only have one life to live, and we have to live it. Don't even strive on negative vibes, cause you won't make it no matter what they say. We should always strive to live a positive life anyway. Yeah. Yes, 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 yes. My brethren and sisters in the building. Your brother King Simon honoring the ancestors, of course. And I'm honoring your ancestors. I'm honoring my ancestors. I honored my ancestors yesterday. I honor my ancestors today. I honor my ancestors tomorrow. And we honor our ancestors going forward. Got up the big up Copper Mike, one of the vendors that was there that gave me this as a present. Look at this hat. Hat is fire. Woo! Ooh, the hat is fire. So make sure you check out Copper Mike. You know he advertises on Brother Richard's show, so make sure you check him out. Big up to all of the vendors that came out. Want to big up Ankh Rising Sun. Want to big up Laita. Want to big up, of course, Sister Cafunia, Sister Celeste, Sister Angie. Want to big up the sister with all the beautiful cakes. Want to big up, of course, Mancho and Nawasha. Want to big up Sister Yendez doing the libation for my event. Also want to big up, of course, want to big up Quasi, Brother Quasi. Want to big up Quiet Storm. Want to big up Melchizedek, Allah for coming out. Want to big up Sister Kafunya. Want to big up Celeste, Sister Celeste. Want to big up, of course, Dooley. I want to big up, of course, Modesty, who performed but also vended there. Want to big up Red Pill and Blue Pill. Want to big up, of course, Ancient Auras that was there. Want to big up Copper Vibrations. Want to big up, of course, BBS hats. I got his hats around here somewhere. Want to big up, of course, the family that came out, Robert Johnson, one of the other brothers that came through. And I want to big up, of course, Abundance Child, Drop Squad Kitchen. Want to big up KT, the Arch Degree, and his wife, the Oracle, who also vended. Roho from Powerful Pioneers, Haz and Hanifa that came out. Het Heru that came out. Also want to big up Pharaoh Rise and his wife for vending. Want to big up, of course. Who am I missing? Am I missing anyone that vended? Joshua Sarah did the massages for the people. He was there and he also spoke. Man, I had a wonderful 24th celebration yesterday. 24th celebration yesterday. That's what it was about. That's why you see on the description or you see on the top of this, it says, I'm thanking everyone. Not doing any numbers right now. If you want to do a number session with me, all you have to do is text me your full name and date of birth at 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. 1022. And if you want to do a numerology session with me, please text me. Let's really get in, because remember, I read names, I read birthdays. I read names and I birthday, and I give you the motivation for your numbers to move on, move forward, and keep on going, and how it's connected to you mathematically from a numerovation perspective, because I have the numerovator. I am the numerovator, and I have the numeroversity. So that's what we do. I'm going to be teaching class too right here on YouTube very soon. I'll be teaching class soon on YouTube, private page, of course, and it's going to be only a small donation. I'll let you know the donation, those who want to learn the class, and we'll go as long as we have to go for that small donation. And I'm going to teach it probably every 3 to 4 months and knock it right out. Want to remind everybody that if you're in the Philadelphia area, big up to Philly. Guess what? Brotherly love. I'm coming to show you some numerovational love on Thursday, November the 14th, as my Vortex opened 10 years ago with Dr. Sebi coming in. I brought Dr. Sebi on November the 14th, 2009, and now it is 2019, 10 years later. That's when I was propelled to another level, 10 years. And of course, the number 110 it equals 10, 1 plus 0 equals 1, and I am a number 1. So 10 years later is very important. And a matter of fact, at the Philly lecture, it's going to be free. At the Philly lecture from 7 to 9 p.m. at Temple University, it's going to be free. So if you're at Temple, matter of fact, let me see if I got the address here. I got the address somewhere. Hold on, let me get the address. Oh, yes. Let me get the address. Philadelphia, I'll be at Temple University at the Pan-African Studies Community Education Program. And of course, I'm being brought and hosted by Self-Discovery Class. Yo, if you want to find out a way how to discover yourself, numbers is definitely one of the ways. It's not the only way, it's one of the ways. But also, we'll be there this coming Thursday, November the 14th from 7 to 9 p.m. Doors open at 6:30 p.m. and it's absolutely free. Seating is limited. I believe the place only has 50 to 100 seats in this classroom setting. So we're going to be doing I think it's going to be a cascading classroom. So make sure y'all come on out. For more information, call 215-871-0736. 215-871-0736. That's 215-871-0736 for the Philly event at the place called Temple University. My first time at Temple University. Wherever you are, if you're close to Philadelphia, come on in on Thursday from 7 to 9, and we're going to have a good time as we get it in, have some fun, get the basic understanding of numerology and the other understanding of numbers, and how the duality always going to work in every little thing we do. So that's the flyer right there. Hey, that's a big smile there. I got a big smile. That's right. It matches. That's right. It's all my teeth. All my teeth also. That's all my teeth since then all the way to now at 52 years of age. 52 is the new 25 years backwards. Yeah, 52 backwards is 25. So I'm in that 7 energy. So look, I got to thank KT, the Arts Degree, the Oracle, Moncho and Nawasha, Abundance Child, Joshua Sarah. I got to even thank, of course, Nairobi Sela could not make it because she had a death in the family, so she could not make it. And I understood that. She told me like a few days before, and I wanted to show her that respect. I told her, look, you have a choice to come out and do it, but she wasn't in a comedy mood because she lost 2 people in her family. So enough respect to Nairobi, and which is ironic because Nairobi is born August the 31st, and August the 31st plus 2019 equals 2058. And 2 plus 8 is 10, and 8 plus 5 is 6. She's in a 6th personal year, and in numerology, a 6th personal year represents either loss of people or either people being born in that time, dealing with family issues, family celebration. That's what that. I'm in a number 6 year also. And as, of course, y'all knew, I said that I lost my aunt and I lost my cousin recently. And then I'm finding out somebody, I guess, got married on my son's them side. So that's the 6th year. That's the 6 year dynamic. When you pay attention to the numbers and you're in a 6th personal year, that's where that all comes from. And that's why I just looked up Nairobi Sela's birthday and just punched it right in. And look, she's in the number 6 year. So when she said she lost somebody, I was like, oh, there she is. She's in that frequency right now, that 6, where you could be possibly having people that are born or celebrating life and marriage and all that kind of stuff, or people can be dying or transitioning in a 6 year cycle. Boom. That's how that works. Okay. Just want to let people know. And also it is the pregnancy cycle. It is anytime you see those even numbers, the 2, 4, 6, 8, but more so the 2, 6, and 8. Those are also called the pregnancy cycle, where you could be either pregnant with ideas or pregnant with child. Whether man is going to get somebody pregnant or woman is going to get pregnant. Duality again. Once again, let me big up these people. Of course, Pharaoh Rising performed Brooklyn for me, Old Brooklyn. And of course, Modesty Blaze performed Stay Sane. And, Baba Heru came to the event and he was going to play his 12-string guitar for me, but he was not able to do it because he had to run out and do a major interview in London, England over the phone at 6:30. And I was about to put him on, but it was going to take too much time. So he just came, showed his love, and then he ran out. But it was all happening at St. Francis College. Although they gave me all that stress and drama, forgive me, I just hurt my shoulder and my knee. I was working out today in the parks, and I was doing some flying rollouts and all kinds of stuff. And then I was training with a little boy who came over because he admired what I was doing as far as doing flying rollouts and all that kind of stuff. And me not paying attention, paying attention to who was coming in the park, I kind of twisted and I landed on my shoulder, but I'm good. I'm put some Tiger Bond on it. I'm going to be all right. And my knee also. So, boy, let me tell you something. One thing about doing flying rollouts, and I can fly. I can get up there when I want to. But one thing about doing flying rollouts in martial arts, especially when you just do it in the concrete or you do it in the grass. I was doing it on the grass. I didn't do it on the concrete this time. I usually train on the concrete. But one thing about doing flying rollouts, like Dr. Moses Powell and Soke Littlejohn and my teacher Anthony Muhammad and Professor Anthony Muhammad, GM Anthony Muhammad, and Professor Bill always say the floor will let you know if you did it wrong or right. That's one thing. The floor is unmovable. It's not going to move anywhere. So if you land wrong or you land right, the floor will let you know as soon as you land. And I got to train. That's me. I got to train because you never know when the attack is going to come. You never know. I train on trees. I build up my muscle endurance on trees. I hug the tree first. I show the tree love. Let them know. I let the tree or her or it or he, I let it or the tree know that I'm going to train on it. Some of these hybrid trees are all mixed up. They got he, she's, and all kinds of stuff. Right? You got to go through some of them natural trees. But I train on them hybrid trees because they splice those trees together so they won't breathe or have any children or, be in no life. So it is what it is. Trees with, so I actually give the tree a big old hug and tell them that I got 2 trees that I basically train martial arts or training my arm workout and shoulder workout, hitting with elbows and stuff. I got 2 major trees that I work out in the park, and they seem to be growing very strong because I show them respect and I show them love, and I still come and do my work. workout on them. And I do like a good 100 hits or 50 to 100 hits, fast, slow, get the motion, get the slow motion, get the hit right. So I try to train at least 3 times a week now. It's not like what we used to do back in the day, training every day and all that kind of stuff. My flexibility is quite well as far as my sensitivity is quite well. I sometimes do it with my eyes closed, and I do all of the blocks and moves and all that with my eyes closed to see how I'm striking and all that kind of stuff. So, I had a good workout today. It was a good time. But once again, we had a great time. I will be posting it on, I think I'm going to post it. Yeah, I'm going to post it on YouTube. I was going to put it on my Patreon account. I got a Patreon account, King Simon Productions Patreon. I was going to put it on that account, but I haven't really put up any that much. I put up like 1 or 2 things on the Patreon account, but please join my Patreon account. It's King Simon Production Patreon. King Simon Production Patreon. You can join my Patreon account, and we're putting up some exclusive. Matter of fact, I might teach the classes through there if I'm welcome to. Also, you can send a Cash App, some Cash App love, and also for my celebration. But also, just want to let everybody know that I'm very excited about the transitions that I'm making in my crossroads of my life. I've been in my crossroads for the last 2 years, and I'm making some transitional moves. So you're going to start seeing a lot of workshops and seminars, not lectures. I need to do applicable workshops and seminars to help so y'all can get the information. What I seen KT do and his wife do yesterday, what I seen Mancho and Nawasha do yesterday, what I seen Joshua Sarah and Abundance Child did yesterday, they need to be in certain classroom settings. They need to be on a retreat or at some 2-day seminar where everybody can learn how to apply this information, whether it's health, whether it's love and relationship, whether it's business and how to set up business like Abundance Child know how to do, whether it's mathematical understanding and connection to your RNA and DNA like Joshua Sarah know how to do. I'm telling you, whether it's numerology on what I do, numerovation on what I do and how it connects and how to use it on a regular daily basis or weekly or monthly basis. We need to do those things, not lectures anymore. So next year's, because I'm going into my 7-year cycle and it's going to be my 25th birthday, 25th, not birthday, but 25th, my 25th celebration. It will not be a lecture circuit like that. It will be like straight up workshops at a certain cost, more than just the lectures, because it's going to be an all-day workshops where you're going to learn. We take a 1-hour lunch break, light lunch break, and we're going to get in circles if we have to, or just sit there and really filter in answers, question and answers to help people understand how they could do it to the point that you can do the basics of every little thing that any one of these people that presented can do. All you have to do is apply the information, because it's about applying, not just receiving the knowledge, but applying the knowledge. So I commend everyone. I want to thank everyone that came out and enjoyed themselves. Imani Creation, she came out. Heru came out and did a vending too with her cultural adornments. Imani Creation came out and did her thing. Sanetta came out. Brother Rich came out. And it was a light crowd, which is cool because they're not the stars of the conscious community or the quote unquote conscious community, but they're stars in my eyes, because every star started off small first, started not being known and just being but the stars was like last week when Billy Carson was a star. He got up over 1 million followers doing his thing. He's on big television. So that's a star. That was star-studded. It was big. Red and Pill is stars in their own right. Sri Master Gano Grills are stars in his own right. Matter of fact, he's a former actor and all that. So he's a star. So that's very important that we know that. And like I said in front of the audience, New York is a star-struck society and city, and they like the stars. So I know when I usually bring out the Phil Valentines and the Dr. Africas or the Baba Ashra Kwazis or the Shahrazad Ali, they pack out the house. But for these young and upcoming stars that are coming up, look, I learned to pass the gauntlet on. I learned to share and pass it on to other people. So it's very important for me that I share the platform. And I also want to thank my staff for also working with me. I got to big up the staff. Asma, she handled the door. I want to big up Brother Muhammad, who did the security, also from the Islamic Force, Security Force, the Way of the Wind Security Force over there on Bedford and Fulton. Want to thank, of course, Sister Key for coming through this week, and Miss Key coming through. I want to thank also Alexia and Brother John Quasi. They also helped me. Mr. G from Mr. G's books that wrote the Sabi book. He videotaped the whole thing, and he's going to be sending me that link soon. It was very. I want to thank. I bigged up you, Celestine, already. I bigged you up already. I bigged you up. Showing everybody love. Although it was light, and it was but the venue was giving me some problems, which I adapted to it, and I adjusted, and I just paid the rest of the money so the vendors could hold comfortably instead of filling up that whole area and filling up inside the thing. It was already hot inside, so to bring all that stuff inside and all that, I just paid the extra that he told me to pay, and we did what we had to do. So, like I said, look, family, the old military saying is, don't make excuses, make adjustments. Don't make excuses, make adjustments. So because I love promotion and production, in my past life and doing all that, I may have made excuses for relationship failures and all that kind of stuff. But when it comes to what I love, I never made any excuses. I never made any excuses for things that I love to do and things that I really wanted to accomplish, because I don't let people get in my way, whether it's wife, whether it's brother, whether it's sister, whether it's children, whether it's mom, whether it's dad. I don't let people get in my way when it comes to accomplishing and setting up and trying to build this legacy. I'm writing books, and I got 7 more to let go before I transition from this earth. And I mean that. 7 more. I got to write 10 books before I leave this earth. Period. I don't need no more after that, because I'm just doing stuff that's going to be applicable for the future and future generation. That's how I feel. That's how it is. And like my spirit guide said in one of my dreams, they pulled me back when I didn't want to come back. I was traveling the nebulous. I said this before. I was traveling the nebulous. I was going somewhere, and I did not want to come back to this realm. And my spirit guide said, your mission isn't up yet, and pulled me back in. Okay. But I know I would have died in my sleep that day because I was gone. So I'm not worrying about a thing. Like Bob Marley said, people don't worry about a thing. Because every little thing is going to be all right. That's right. And that's how I feel, man. The ancestors got my back, my front, my side, my top. I'm cool, bro. I am cool. Like I said on the seminar yesterday, I said, like, I'm easy like Sunday morning. I'm easy. But when it comes to this human stuff, that's the problems I have. A lot of the human bull crap. It's the problems I'm having. I'm easy like Sunday morning. But this human stuff gets on my nerves. That's why I wanted to leave. And I'm not going to do the take my life thing. If I would have took my life, it's punking out. So I'm not taking my life. I thought about that already 3 times. I'm not going to do that. I'm not thinking about that ever again. But if I'm going to go in my sleep, I'm going to travel and that, and don't want to come back, that's how I feel. That's me. So I'm just saying, I'm telling people, don't worry about a thing, because every little thing is going to be all right. Believe that. Everything is going to be all right. And this is how I feel. Honor your ancestors. My children came by, got to big up my children. 4 of my boys came from the oldest. My oldest one came, the second oldest came, the third oldest came, the fourth oldest came. The fourth oldest came, because I got 6 boys and 3 girls. And then by the time I got home, I understood my daughter came by, but she wasn't able, because she works a lot. She's doing studying nursing. She's doing her thing. My other daughter, she's doing engineering. She's doing her thing. My 2 youngest children, 13 and 14, they got to be prepared for certain schools and doing their thing. So everything is going to be all right, like Bob says. And that's why I wrote that song, You Only Have One Life to Sing. I remixed that song in my own language, my own way. You only have one life to live. Live it positive. Live a positive life anyway. Just live a positive life and stay focused, man. Don't be stressed. Don't be stressed by relationships. Don't be stressed by bullships. Don't be stressed by none of that stuff. Live, stay focused, and keep moving. We only got this life right now, unless you want to come back here and do it again. That's totally up to you. But I'm like this. I've seen where I got to go. They was guiding me. So you have your spirit guides with you, or your ancestors, or whatever it is. whatever you might call it. So I seen it in my astral travels. I seen it. So I know I'm not gonna stay here for too long. And as a matter of fact, I did a reading with I did a consultation. I don't like to call them reading because she wasn't just reading me; she was giving me counsel. Khadidra Samadhi, Brother Panic's wife. I did a reading with her, and she said, "I don't have to come back here. I'm not coming back to this place. I got other things to do." I think my son is coming down now. I think so. I didn't hear the bell. But enough respect to all of you people that are doing what you want to do or you want to learn to do what you want to do. There's a lot of work that we all are doing. A lot of work that we have to learn to do. And it's important. Why I do numerovation is to help give you your numbers and show you how your numbers work for you and not against you. Now you can choose to let it work against you, but that's up to you. Everything is in your own hands. But what I've learned over the years, don't let things hold you down or hold you back. What's up? It's open?
No, sir.
Hold on, what's that? Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. What's up?
You said I'm on air.
You're on air, yes. Well, come on in. Come on
Oh, you
in.
are?
Yeah. My son just popped in. One of my sons. Yeah, come down. What's up? I talking to like 18 people right now. So what's up? It's one of my sons here. This one of my, he came out. He came out. So yeah, what's up, soldier? You got on the shirt too. Oh yeah. Pharmaceutical industry does not create cures, they create customers. That's the shirt I produced some years ago. That's my son. He just popped in, one of my sons. What's up, man? You all right? That's good. You gonna get some food?
The grandma make
I don't know yet.
Okay.
I'll be up there in a few.
All right.
Yeah. So yeah, that's but yeah, that's one of them. They doing their thing, man. Proud of these guys, man. They doing work. But like I said, man, that as you see, Les Brown used to say, find reasons why you got to succeed. Find reasons why you got to leave a legacy. Find reasons. And if you have children, those are your reasons. If you have nieces and nephews, those are your reasons. If you have a loved one, that is a reason. Whatever. I have 9 reasons to live and leave a legacy. I have 9 of them, 9 children. And now they got children. They got 7. I got 7 grandchildren. So these guys are powerful, powerful reminders for all of us. And remember what Baba Phil Valentine said years ago. Baba Phil said to us in a class, he said, children are not here to learn how to be children. Children are here to teach you how to be a parent. No matter when you get it. You might get it when you want to get it. You might get it when you want to get it. But I'm telling you, family, one thing you got to recognize is that children are here to teach you how to be a parent. They don't have to learn how to be children. That baby gonna come out and go looking for the breast anyway. It's gonna look for the breast on its own. They start reaching and pulling towards it anyway, naturally. So they know what they doing. It's how you give it to them and how you have to deal with it. And now it's you learning how to raise this new soul that came through on the physical plane. We got to learn it. So that's what Phil said that years ago to us back in the class. Dr. Phil Valentine. He said, yo, children came to teach you how to be parents. And that's what all 9 of them gave me, different levels. They all, up to this day, I'm still learning. I am still learning from each one of them. And I'm proud to say that they are alive and well. They're strong. They're doing what they got to do there. Some of them are married. Some of them are having children. They having children. Like I said, I got 7 grandchildren. But again, also want to thank everybody that came out to Brother Rich, because I handled the vendors. Everybody that came out to Brother Rich 2020 Ascension Conference. That was a very good conference with Red Pill, Blue Pill, Sri Master, Gano Grills, and Billy Carson. Very good. All the vendors, I know they had a good time. They made money. They did their thing. I'm proud of everybody. Going into 2020, this is one of those years that it's a good structural year. good foundation laying year on an overall perspective, not just for us, but for everybody in the world. Also, it's a year of communication and being clear and understanding the communication and redirecting, because that 2020, that two, that one deals with the male and the female energy. Although it's predominantly a female energy, it's about paying attention to your sensitivity, paying attention to your intuition going into this 2020. And because zero adds higher potential, whether positively or negatively, pay attention on how your sensitivity is spread and shared and how you deal with your intuition, because a lot of people out there are going to get some vast dreams. Not just the ones that are empathic or those that are intuitive, not just the water signs or the water numbers, not just people that have a lot of water in their chart. The world is going to get a lot of intuition, a lot of intuitive, whether they say it or not. It's 2020 is one of those turn up years. It's turn up, turn up, turn up for what? That's right. It's going to be turned up. And I'm ready for it because I'm starting to already see it in my rest, during my rest. So get prepared. Get yourself prepared. Also, it's a health cycle because two rules the stomach area. It rules the digestive tract. It rules those type. And since you're having the doubling of the two, that's going to be double the amount of energy coming with as far as health is concerned, because two is one of the health numbers. Two is one of the pregnancy numbers. Two is one of those things. And two is one of those emotional numbers. So paying attention to those double twos now coming in is going to be strong. And you got to pay attention to how you give your energy off to people. Be very careful about your energy. Not paranoid, but learn how to navigate when people coming with their negative energy or when the radio is playing certain things. Some people might have to buy earplugs. Okay, earplugs. But I tell people, when you walk in the street, be careful of your earplugs in your ears, because people getting run over and hit by cars and all kinds of stuff, you know. And you're gonna, these are the days when the intuition has heightened. Other than what was in the 19 before 1999, and we're in the 2000, this is when intuition is heightened around the world, because we're still in that vibration, and all of us bear witness to the vibration of the Gregorian 2000s. But it's still, because we feed into the vibration, we have created the vortex with the vibration, and we're in it. So we got to know how to use it for our benefits, use it to get out of here, use it to navigate so we could go up in the spiral and not go down the spiral. Remember, you can be grateful, but don't be satisfied for where you are if you want to take it to that next level. Just saying, don't be satisfied for where you are if you want to take it to that next level. And you got to keep on growing at your own pace, whatever it is, because you only have one life to live, and you got to live it. Don't even strive on negative vibe, because you won't make it. No matter what they say, you got to live your positive life every day in every way. That's what I said in my lyrics. That's what I said. So I am honored to be in front of you on YouTube. I will be teaching classes so you can understand, learn how to at least look beyond the numbers, look around the numbers, learn to feel and hear the numbers, learn the trajectory of number, because there's a trajectory of numbers. When you start the multiplying in numerology, that's when you're dealing with trajectory now. You're dealing with trajecting where you want to go and where you have to go under the numerovation system. I got a thing called the BAT system. The BAT deals with seeing beyond the numbers, and the A represents seeing around the numbers, looking at the whole scope of the number, understand its vibration on all levels, good and bad. Then the T represents the trajectory of it, or seeing through the numbers on another level, but also trajecting the numbers. And the H represents hearing the numbers. Somebody texted me today and talked about, I said, but you know, they don't know it. I don't say everything on here. I just say what I need to say, but I do teach that. And there's a way, there's a method to do that, but it's a method that you have to dig within yourself to do it. Because when I see certain things, or when I notice certain things, that's when you know you're feeling that you're supposed to look that way. That's why you look that way. That means that. And then if you see a number, boom, like if you start seeing 222s or 111, and you was looking straight all this time, but you seen 222 and 111 made you turn this way. Now you're paying attention, and now you're feeling the numbers calling you to tell you something. There's a message being sent when you start seeing those multiple triple numbers or those double numbers. There's a message being sent. So yeah, you be driving on the highway and all of a sudden you see 4444 even in the back of a number. Some people just drive and never look at that. It's like some people just walk by and never see money on the floor. Some people walk by and never see money on the floor, which is, and sometimes I picked up money. I've seen $20 on the floor. I think the most I found, I forgot how much I found. I think it was up to like 50 or $60, 50 something dollars. The most I found in my life. But I've seen people born under the number 6 energy. And that 5 energy, I've seen them find some stuff because that 5 and that 6 energy is very magnetic. They find money, they find jewelry, they find all kinds of things. I know my son, he found like a gold chain on the street. And then one of my friends that I was walking with found like $200 right in front of us. She found $100 there, and then she walked a few steps, walked 2 steps exactly, and found another $100. That joke was some crazy stuff, but you gotta pay attention. You gotta pay attention. Oh yeah, them fives. Y'all be finding some stuff, man. That's why this is such a good book. This book is such a good book on how to win games of chance. This is a very good book because he tells you how to pay attention to the finite, the intricate stuff when it comes to numbers. This guy right here, the brother. He's a brother. He died a few years ago. His name is Kenneth Dickerson. Kenneth Dickerson. He wrote that book, and he gives you all the different nuances of finding numbers in cigarette butts, in just paper that fall. If you decide to look at the paper on the fall and it has numbers on it, your spirit was told to look at that paper. That's what's so deep about it. Your spirit was told to look at that paper. He breaks it down, and he got the receipts of winning. He's showing you lotto receipts that he was winning. He's showing you receipts throughout the book when he was winning. He's showing you receipts in the book that he won at these particular. I mean, he got pages and pages of receipts. This is a brother. Pages of receipts. And then he's showing you the biorhythms, what you need to know, how you learn how your biorhythms, how to find your biorhythms. This brother was dropping. He won it. I mean, he bigs up a white woman that did it, won lottery 72 times. I talked about this book before. I spoke about this guy. I don't know if it's still on sale, but it is a big book. That book is still a heavy seller today. Yeah, they selling it heavy because the brother did his thing, but he kept it on the low. He kept it on the low, and I understood why he kept it on the low. You know what I'm saying? I understood. You know, C. Freeman L. Go check out C. Freeman L. in numerology. He understood the systems of numbers also. And there's another sister that's coming up in this whole thing too. Her name is the number Swami, Natosha McCrae. She is also the number Swami, and she drops that numbers like crazy. You know, she be dropping them numbers. Google her up, the number Swami. And she's a number 5, so I got it. I see why she's doing it. She's a number 5. Boom. Kenneth Dickerson was a number 6. See, 5 and 6, those numbers again. So once you pay attention, see, and that's what's so interesting about the numbers. Once you learn the biorhythms and learn your energy, which is which time your energies are high and low, and which for winning or doing any type of game of chance, whether it's horse racing and all that kind of stuff. My uncle, he was a number 6, and he loved to do horse racing. Okay. And he used to win a lot. Matter of fact, the day he got killed, my uncle Curly, he's on my altar here, respect to him. The day he got killed, he had just won at Belmont Park. And somebody followed him home and tried to find the money. But my uncle didn't keep the money in his wallet. He kept it in his regular pocket. They took his wallet and didn't know that he didn't keep money in his pocket, his wallets. He always kept it in his pocket. But he gave them a big fight. My uncle was one of them strong, strapping Jamaican men that English Jamaica. He's born in Jamaica, but lived in England. And he was one of the military men from out of England. He was working for the military service in England. So he was one of those guys when he put in a fight. And I heard, when they found the guy or found one of the perpetrators that took my uncle's life, that guy was beaten so bad. But he had to pull a gun on him. He had to pull a gun because my uncle was whooping that ass. And then when they looked at my uncle's fist was bruised up like he was banging somebody out. And I know my uncle, my uncle was built like Michael Jai White. My uncle was built like Michael Jai White. Poof, 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 poof. And he was into boxing and quick martial arts, fast stuff, but he was built like Michael Jai White. And my father back in the day was built like that too. So yeah. They had some them Jamaican men back in them day was something else. I don't know what's going on with them now. I mean, hey, look, Usain Bolt, he's winning stuff. He was winning stuff. So big up to the Jamaican track team and all that. But just the regular men in Jamaica was like, poof, like they was gonna whoop that ass. If you coming, you trying to take my money from my family, what I gotta do, that you're gonna get a good fight out of them. And I still believe in that now. That's why I still train. You're gonna get a good fight out of me. I don't care how big you are, I don't care how small you are. I'm telling all big people in the dojos of the cities that we trained with big people, 250 pounds and all that. And we're not taught to do any clean fighting. We taught to do dirty fighting. And if you catch me in the wrong day and I do my dirty fighting, I'm not dealing with all the little antics. I don't like. My teacher always said, and Dr. Powell was good at this. Dr. Powell, he didn't teach me directly. It's his students that taught me, because you had to be a full black belt to learn on the doc. So by the time I reached up to a certain belt, doc had transitioned. But you had to be either a brown belt or a black belt to train, or a green belt sometimes to train on the doc. But Doc used to speak and you hear him talk. And Doc said, man, if you are fighting with somebody over 3 seconds or 5 seconds, then you're dancing with that person. That's what he used to say. If you are fighting with a person for 3 or 5 seconds, that's too long. That's too long. Then you're dancing with them. And we ain't got no time to dance when you're on the streets. You know what I'm saying? But that's real talk. Dr. Powell, that's what he believed. But Anthony Muhammad, who was my teacher, GM Anthony Muhammad, who now handles the work with Minister Farrakhan, he believes that also. Professor Chris believes that also. Professor Bill believes that. These are people that I've trained with. You know, Little Wayne, may he rest in peace. Shion Wayne, he believed that too. Soke Little John, they not into no dancing and all that competition stuff too much. They're not into that. It's in and out and get home safe to your family. That's it. Train, and take care of yourself. Really, really. So you got to get home. Touch and go. That's right. That's what he taught. Touch and go. Eye to eye, heart to heart, bro. Eye to eye, heart to heart. That's right. From the wall and back. That's how Doc taught. Man, somebody said touch and go. Like that. That's exactly how he taught. Touch and go. You touch me, you going. You lay your hands on, you going. All of a sudden, you're getting thrown. Whoa, you're getting thrown. So that's all it is. Real talk, right? Right, Kwame? Real talk, bro. Real talk. Doc was no joke, man. And Anthony ain't no joke. GM Anthony ain't no joke. Professor Bill ain't no joke. Master Shem ain't no joke. Anybody from V-Jitsu or V-Honest Jitsu or Sanuka's Fruit ain't no joke. And I don't think any martial artist is a joke. I just know under what school I was on, you know, and then Professor Duncan's school, also Master Duncan. I know what school I was under. They were no joke. Them were my black superheroes. Those were my superheroes or herus. Those are the black superheroes that I grew up with in the dojos of New York and America. So big up to all of the black martial artists and the Latino martial artists of the day, the Rico guys, and of course the Luis Ferreira and all these great masters and all that. Big up to all of them, man, that are doing it. Let's not talk about Steve Muhammad, Master Steve Muhammad in the Nation of Islam, who bodyguard Wesley for many years, Wesley Snipes for many years. Let's not talk about him. Those guys are fireballs, and they're going into it. He's 80 now. I think he's 80 now and still teaching class. Professor Bill is 75 and still teaching class. They're not joking. I wouldn't run up on them in the dark alley, that's for sure. I wouldn't do it. I would not do it. I remember I was with Professor. I was on an A train about 15 years ago? About 15 years ago. And I ran into Professor V. If you don't know who Professor Visitation is, woo! Professor V was on the A train. And I was walking, but I just said, myself, because I just heard a story about somebody trying to attack him on the train, and he whooped that ass. He took whatever he had, his cane or whatever he had with him, and tore him down. But he had his cane again. Professor V was walking with his cane again, and Professor V, I just looked at it, I just said, "Us to the master." Because I think he was getting off at Park Place over there where they had their dojo before the World Trade went down. I went to that dojo also with Professor David James and all that kind of stuff. I used to go to that dojo and visit them. But I'm telling you, it was some stuff going on. And when you could see Professor V's energy. He was humble. He was peaceful. And he's a Filipino brother from the Philippines. And he's just real peaceful. But I knew when I passed him and I said my humbles, he shook my hand. He said my humbles, and I said my humbles to him and said us to him. I knew if you're going to put your hands on Professor V, you better, and he's thin and smaller than me now, and you put your hands on Professor V, you're going to get broken up. That's all I knew. I just prayed nobody touched this man while he walking by himself in the dark of the train station and all that. He was just moving like he wish a person would. That's how he But that's how, that's how some of these masters was. Like Master Ronald Duncan. Y'all got to check out Master Ronald Duncan. Also, ninjutsu, father of American ninja. You got to check out Master Ronald Duncan. Please stop playing. Even in the commercials back in the day, they used to have arrows being shot at him, a brother. They had arrows being shot at, fired arrows lit on fire being shot at him, and he was catching the fire, catching the arrows in midair, as they was coming at him. He's catching the arrows in midair. Oh, those was our superheroes back in the day. Yes, we used to watch those kung fu movies. And Bruce Lee was one of my introductions with Jim Kelly and all of them, and Lee Van Cleef and Ron Cliff. Matter of fact, I think I have his book here. Ron Van Cleef. He just put out a new book. There's a part 2. He just put out the part 2 to this. They got Michael Jai White on the cover. He put out the part 2 to this. Ron Lee Van Cleef. They just did a big celebration on the 8th. I wasn't able to make it, but I found out that they did. They putting the part 2 to this out. This is the book, Black Heroes of the Martial Arts. They putting this book back out, but this time they got Michael Jai White. This is T-Mac. You remember T-Mac from Last Dragon? This is T-Mac from the Last Dragon. Oh yeah, he signed my book and all that kind of stuff. And Ron Cliff was that. Ron Cliff, this is Ron Van Cleef right here. Yeah, the Black Dragon, y'all. The Black Dragon. That's our brother. Aquarius too. He's Aquarius brother like myself. Yeah, the Black Dragon himself. Yeah, make sure y'all get this book, man. Get the book, get the first one and get the second one. Get the first one and get the second one. They just put out a new one with Michael Jai White in the front. So, oh yeah, and plus I study, family. I like studying different arts and different systems. This is one of my books. People remember this one, The Tale of Jeet Kune Do. This is one of my books. That's why matter of fact, studying this is why I do numerovation. I'm saying that not that Bruce Lee was a numerologist, but his philosophy of flow and keeping the flow. That's how looking at martial arts from a holistic perspective and not just a limited standard perspective. Studying this book brought that out of me also over the years, numerology out of me. Studying Bruce Lee and others and other motivational things, because everything he got motivational sayings in this. He got drawings, his own drawings. Bruce used to draw and all that. These are his own drawings and everything. So he got a lot of motivational speaking and motivational references in this book. Very good book. Very good book. So, you talking about catching bullets with a thing. You talking about T-Mac. T-Mac. That was a movie, bro. Yeah, but hey, look, I don't doubt nothing no more, because I heard some Chinese monks could do some things out there, man. Some Chinese monks could tear it up. Also, this is a good book to get in martial arts. This is a good taijutsu. It's also a ninjutsu book. I've studied this. I had this for years. It's one of my old books. Matter of fact, I have one of my old logos inside the book here too. But yeah, I had this for years. This is one of my old books too. The Authentic Techniques of Grandmaster Masaka Hatsumi. And that's a ninjutsu school that they had. I had this book for years. Used to train like that. I still have my uniform, actually. I still have my ninjutsu uniform from back in the day when we was younger. Man, let me tell you. Still have my stuff here, man. Still have my stuff. My healing books, of course. Everybody know the healing books. Some of the healing books. That's right. Back to Eden and the new healing herbs. These are some good books to have in your arsenal for healing and all that. And of course, I can't stop promoting people like Dr. Africa. Dr. Africa's book, thick as this book is, African Holistic Health textbook. Very good book also. Very good book, man. I'm telling you, very good. Of course, Queen Afua is here. I got Queen Afua's books. I got a whole bunch of people here, man. So always remember, every warrior is a potential healer or is a healer. Because if you're able to break or maim, you got to be able to set and put things back in order. You got to be able to align. So although I injured my shoulder because of not watching and paying attention, because, when you think somebody's walking up on you, I was doing I was in the midst of the flying rollout in the park, and somebody was walking up on the side of me. And then I miscalculated and I rolled out, but I hit my shoulder. But I was still ready for whoever was coming because I rolled back up and stood up like, who's this? And it was a young man walking up who wanted to just train and do a little rollout and learn how to do it. And I showed him how to do it, but he kept on wanting to do tumbles. So he was caught up in what he wanted to do. And I said, well, the tumbles are looking good. They're looking good, but I'm talking about rolling out when you actually learn how to become a ball and just roll. And he started learning, he started practicing. Hopefully he take it, but he had to go. He had to keep it moving. So I hope he took it to heart. And there was a dojo that's not too far from here, and that's a good brother. Powell Martial Arts is a good brother over there. Fred Hampton. Okay, what? You went to Fred Hampton School? What? Yeah, man. Jamaica Avenue back on 161st. Yeah, man. Matter of fact, Master Duncan had his school up there too. We had a school over there on Jamaica Avenue also. So, man. La Puppet, of course, I met La Puppet. Matter of fact, if you Google up Wesley Snipes martial arts, master of the martial arts, Google that and watch that tonight. Everybody watch that tonight. Give y'all some homework. Watch that tonight. And I want y'all to find me because you're going to see me smiling. And I'm sitting next to Professor Chris, Dr. Moses Powell, Master La Puppet, and George Cofield. I'm sitting next to all three of them. How in the world do you get that legacy? Now, let me show you. No. The son that you just seen come up here, look on the wall here. Look on the wall. That's my Muriel. Over here is Dr. Powell. This is Dr. Powell with my sons. We was at the Masters of the Martial Arts. That's Dr. Powell with my sons. The three sons that came to the event on Sunday. And then that's Anthony Muhammad, my teacher there. Anthony Muhammad, that's Anthony Muhammad and my sons laughing up. We was all at the Masters of the Martial Arts in 1998, and that's Dr. Powell right there. So yeah, I'm not bull crapping. I got receipts. Dr. Powell took pictures with my sons at that time, all three of my sons. Even Wesley Snipes, I got pictures of Wesley Snipes and my sons too at the Master of the Martial Arts. So, oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, we ain't joking. I keep pictures like that. That's legendary. That's I got pictures of me and Master Duncan also. I got pictures with I think Rico Guy, Master Rico Guy. I got pictures with Ron Van Cleef. I got pictures with DC Curry. He was the comedian that hosted that time. That was beautiful time. So let me get off of here, family. I'm here ranting and having a good time. This coming Thursday, I will be at Philadelphia. I will be on. Yeah, it aired on. Yeah, Max Bird. It did air on TBS. Now it's on YouTube. You can go watch it on YouTube now. But it aired on TBS. I was there for both days, and I took my sons out there to see the martial arts and see what was going on. But it's now on YouTube. You can watch it on YouTube. This Thursday, I'll be in Philadelphia. I'll be at the Temple University in Philadelphia. This coming Thursday, Philadelphia. I'll be there. It's absolutely free. Make sure you call 215-871-0736. That's 871-0736. And I will be speaking to Brother Polite for the first time on my YouTube channel in a long time. I haven't spoken to him on this YouTube channel. Matter of fact, the last time I did him, I had a Bob Marley song in the back, so they just took it down because I couldn't keep the song up. But this time I'm playing my own songs, only my music. I ain't playing nobody else's music. So I'm going to have Brother Polite on with me. We're going to go down memory lane because 10 years ago, I met Brother Polite 10 years ago, and I was introduced to Brother Polite by a fellow person that used to come to my lectures before he transitioned. His name was Reverend John Moon. Those who used to come to our lectures back in the day, when you seen a reverend had his collar and everything, he used to come and come to the lectures over there at the Marcus Garvey Center. And anytime we did lectures, Reverend Moon, he transitioned. He died like a couple years ago, but not even a couple, about 5-6 years ago. But yeah, Polite, he introduced me to Brother Polite. So me and Polite going to talk candidly. We're going to ask questions. We're going to deal with what's going on, what's happening, what's going on with him, what's going on with the people, what's going on with the information, and everything else we could go down. And so this coming in Wednesday, I will be interviewing or having a candid sit down with Brother Polite on Zoom through YouTube. So make sure y'all tune into that 9 p.m. Eastern. That's 9 p.m. Eastern. And then I'll be in Philadelphia the next day, preparing to go to Philadelphia after that, taking a lot of books down there to Philly. Well, not that much. It's only 2 hours, so I don't need to taking all these books to Philadelphia. I was going to take the big one, but I want to make sure I take certain books to Philadelphia so they'll know that from different angles, numerology exists, especially in ancient times, to Africa Counts. This is a good book to get. Africa Counts, very good book to get. Africa Counts, showing you the numbers and patterns in African culture. Woo! Boy, I ain't playing. I tell you, I study. You got to study. You got to study. So without any further ado, I want to make sure I'm out of here and do what I got to do. If you want to do a numeration session with me, please text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. If you want to send any business my way or any finance as far as Cash App or PayPal, we'll put it in the links right now. If you want to send a donation or a love gift for my 24th celebration, if you missed it, and you want to show some love, you're more than welcome to do so. I'm going to put it right now, and it's already in the description of this video also, but it's Cash App, $ King Simon 3158. There you go. And all the PayPal is there too, if you want to do it that way. So it's all in there. You can show your love. Also, you could go to my Patreon page. That's King Simon Productions. That's patreon.com/King Simon Productions. And you could go to my WordPress for information, my bio. It's a very simple bio, but it got a lot of information of my radio and stuff. I'm about to change it up and do more recent stuff, but it still gets into my numbers and all that and the things that I've done. KingSimonProductions.wordpress.com. That's KingSimonProductions.wordpress.com. If you want to join me on social media, you can go to King Simon Productions at IG, King Simon Prod at Twitter, King Simon Productions at FB, that's Facebook, and King Simon or MC Simon also on social media. And I believe I'm also on LinkedIn and all kinds of different things. Hey, we're just keeping the access going. I love and respect your family. Let me close out with another one of my songs. Let me see what song is ready and queued up. Did I play the song all the way out? We can play it all out. Yeah, we playing it all out. We about to play it all out. So the next song I'm about to close out, I want to thank all of you. Up, you mighty nation, you could accomplish what you will. One love, one aim, one destiny. This is another song by me. I'm out of here. It's a love song I sang. From me again. Love can't run away. Bye. From me again. I'll never let it go. Love can't hide away. From me again, I'll be searching high and low. Love won't keep me back in this time. In love, I will have to grow. All I can say to you, my friends, Never let love go. Love came on the way from me again. It was hard for me to find. Love can't hide away.